As part of the Agile Change Leadership Certificate, I've been asked as an assignment to make a short recording and share it with friends for feedback. The short recording is of two lessons that I've learned, and I'm going to pick the field of coaching for my lessons learned. The first lesson that I learned is that my own curiosity can go a little bit too far. And what I mean by that is that sometimes I ask multiple questions at the same time. This isn't really a good practice in coaching or in any kind of field where you're asking people questions. You really should be only asking one question at a time when you ask questions. The first reason is that you kind of overwhelm a person by posing too many queries all at once. You get a little bit carried away with your own curiosity, and your curiosity can go too far. Some people might just politely tell you to reiterate your one question at a time. Other people might just try to answer all your questions in one fell swoop, and they don't usually do a very good job of that. The other problem with it is that you might contain some inherent assumptions. You might be assuming things in your asking all these questions and combining them. The more effective line of coaching unearths one piece of information at a time, and you build upon the information with more questions. Once you hear an answer, you ask more questions. Asking multiple questions prevents you from pivoting your question strategy based on the answers that you're getting. You're also going to end up repeating yourself many times because the person listening doesn't really recall the sequence of all your requests. So you're really making them feel a little bit uncomfortable, possibly embarrassed, defensive, or powerless by bombarding them with so many questions, all in the first question. And you may be priming a certain response from them also. That could happen when you make these assumptions. Another thing that I've learned from coaching is that pauses can be a really good thing. So pausing after your questions is also good, not really bad. People assume that it's bad when they ask a question and people fall silent. But people are really thinking about your question, and that's a lot of times the reason why the person is quite quiet once you've asked the question. You've done a really good thing by asking them an insightful question, powerful question that made them think about their answer. And you might be helping them come up with a new insight just by pausing and being quiet and waiting for them to answer rather than jumping in to fill that moment of silence. So those are two really great things that I've learned from coaching. I'd be happy to hear any of feedback that you have.